Hey, let me start by saying I do not own the rights, the copyrights to this music that's playing in the background. Speak as you come in. Let me know you're there. Hey, Princess. Thank you for joining. Another wonderful Wednesday to speak on wellness. Come on here. Come on. Hey, Connie. Hey, sister. How are you all? How are you all? Come on in the room. Thank you all for coming on in. Hey, Gabby. Hey, Mama. Thank you all for joining. Y'all invite somebody, share the live. I appreciate you all taking time out of your day, your evening, to come on into Wellness Wednesday. I'm surprised Erica not in here yet. Can you all hear me okay? Good deal. Good deal. Hey, Delisa, how are you? Thank you for joining. Hey, you guys, let me know how you doing in the chat. How are you guys feeling? Thank you, Delisa. Oh, yes, yes, ma'am. Grateful is a good place to be. Grateful. Hey, Kim. Well, look at here. Look who's in here. Hey, Kim. How are you? You all invite someone in. We're going to be starting in a few minutes. I kind of want to get a few more people in. I like to start on time, but I also want, just a couple of more people to come on in and chat with us. We are live tonight on Facebook and on YouTube. We are live. So, did you guys enjoy those who were able to tune in, or those who watched the replay? Did y'all enjoy Shipwreck last Wednesday? It was absolutely amazing. Coach Kim was my guest last week, and it was wonderful. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I pray you guys enjoyed it as well. So tonight, I'm my own special guest, you guys. I am my own special guest. Okay, so I don't want to prolong the time. It's a minute past my starting time. So I don't know if maybe I'll keep that music playing. I don't know. So you guys, thank you for joining. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday with Mayana. I am so excited to have you all here. As you all know, Wellness Wednesday was created to uplift, inspire, and encourage. It is our job, our goal is to encourage people to help us to be well in every area of our lives, to be well, to be whole, to be healed in every area of our life. So, for this month, we have been doing ship talk and just talking about different aspects of relationships, whether it's a partnership, whether it's stewardship, whether it's leadership, whether it's just, a romantic relationship, whether it's friendship, whatever the ship may be, that's what we've been talking about. And so tonight, to conclude our ship talk series, we're dealing with love overboard. Woo! Love overboard. So I was looking at the definition, and please feel free if you have questions, come and go ahead and you can drop them in the chat, and I will make sure to acknowledge and to answer as many questions as I can and read as many comments as I can. So, like I said, tonight we're dealing with love overboard. Gladys Knight had a song. I wanted to play that one. Has a song that calls Love Overboard. And part of that song, in that song, it says, they say, Gladys, you doing way too much. And that's the part of Love Overboard we're going to deal with tonight, is doing way too much. Way too much. So I was looking at the definition. Merriam-Webster dictionary defined overboard as doing something in a way that is excessive or extreme, or to do much of something, or to do too much of something. So now, what does that look like in relationships, or when we were dealing with ship talk? So the first thing I want to discuss is you're always compromising. Now, I know that in relationships, there are going to be some compromising. You have to compromise. Either I'm driving to you or you're going to drive to me. We're going to eat here or we're going to watch that. Things like that. But when you in a relationship and you start compromising your faith, your belief, your standards, you know, compromising your barriers that you have set, that begins to be a problem. And you compromise just in order to keep somebody in your life or make sure that they're good, because you don't want to cause a storm or cause something to go south. But at the same time, while you're compromising, you're losing something, and that's yourself. You begin to lose yourself. So the first thing you look at is the fact that you're always compromising, and you're compromising, but they are not compromising. And it doesn't matter who the they are, whether you're compromising on your job, because in the workplace, you can compromise who you are just for the boss. You can compromise. Hey Victoria, I'm glad you're on. How are you? You compromise on the job. You compromise in relationships, friendships. You're always compromised. You're going along to get along, or going along just trying to keep peace, all while you're not having peace on the inside. There's like an internal turmoil that you have going on. So has anybody ever experienced anything like that, where you have compromised who you are just to say just to say you got a friend, just to say you have a boo, a bae, or whatever we want to label them as, these days? And then when you look at it, is that a healthy relationship? Is that healthy? Who benefits from that? the other person. Definitely not you, the other person. Compromising who you are, compromising your peace and your happiness just so they can be happy. You ride along with it or just going along with it. So the first thing is that you're always compromising who you are just to say that you have somebody. So the other thing I want to look at is that there's a there's a huge difference between understanding your partner's needs and compromising your happiness for the sake of your partner. Compromising your happiness for the sake of your partner. Now, why do I have to compromise who I am just to be with somebody? Mm-mm. Why do I have to compromise who I am just to be with somebody? That's just like if you're a person of faith and you compromise your faith and your belief in God because they don't believe, or you stop doing things, going to church, praying, all those things because you're with somebody that don't believe in this kind of thing, that don't do that kind of thing. And that's when you have to look at it. Is this equally yoked? Are we equally yoked? Because when you're in a relationship, and regardless of what the relationship is, when you're in a relationship, you should never have to compromise your faith and your belief just to be with somebody. Now, if you don't believe and I believe, okay, then do you and I'm gonna do me. Hey, Erica, we were looking for you. So, so do we really, have to compromise? And what happens is that once you start compromising one thing, you start compromising another thing, and then another thing, and before long, you don't even know who you are. You done got lost in all the rummage. You done got lost in all of it because we've compromised who we are just to satisfy the person that we're with. Now, like I said in the beginning, I know that in a relationship, in any relationship, that there has to be that there will be times when you have to compromise. But compromising, you always want me to come to you and you never come to me. Or the compromise is I'm always spending my money and you're never spending yours. Or I'm going out of the way, doing the extra mile to make sure everything in the relationship is good. But when there's two people in here, we both have to do something. We both have to compromise. So there has to be then that's when you have barriers. You say, hey, in this area, there's no compromising in this area. Now, if you're a person, and I'm gonna use this as an example. If you're a person that wants children and you're dating somebody that don't want children, why would you compromise the fact that you want that for somebody who don't want it, or they already have children? It was like, hey, I don't want to I don't want to have children. So you compromise what you want, your dreams and your goals and your desires, just to be with this person. Hey, Miss Jessica, you're fine. You're on time. What you say, Miss Williams? Never stoop to anyone's level. Okay. Okay. Never stoop to their level. So, like I said in the beginning, I know that there are going to be some compromise in the relationship. You know, hey, Tay, thank you for joining. How are you? Yeah, Tay and I have been friends since we were little bitty children. Hey, Miss Monique. But yeah, when you have to compromise your integrity, it's just like when you're around people and you have to play dumb just so they won't get offended, or you have to start talking a certain way so they won't look at you differently. So compromise what you do, but not who you are. Compromise what you do, but not who you are. So let me ask a question, Princess. When you said compromise what you do, what do you mean? Do you mean I like to go, I'm not an outside person. I don't like to be outside, but I'll go out, I'll do this for you. That's the compromise. But I'm a person who has standards, and I'm not going to compromise that just to be with you. Is that what you're saying? So, okay, Princess said, I hate cooking, but I fix you a meal every now and then. Compromising. That's a good compromise. All right, Princess, I just want to make sure that's a good compromise. But when the compromising costs you who you are, when it costs you your integrity, when it costs you, I guess, your self-worth, when it costs you to lose you, then that compromising is not healthy and it's not good for you. Now, the other person will benefit from it, but you would not. And when we're compromising, we're both going to benefit from it. And whether it's in a friendship, whether it's on work, whether it's in a romantic relationship, you're dating, you know, the compromising. Since you don't like me twerking, Lord have mercy. I shouldn't even read that comment. Okay, ma'am. I'm about to block my mama. But hey, Miss Shonda, welcome. So compromising, you have to maintain your level of integrity. One of the things my grandmother told me years ago, we were just sitting down watching TV, and she said, Shay, whatever you do, maintain your integrity. When you're compromising and it causes you your integrity, then you know that it's not something you want to deal with. I don't care if it's on a job, and I don't care how much money they're paying. I don't care if it's a friendship and y'all been friends since the sandbox days. I don't care if it's family. It doesn't matter what the ship is. The fact is, if it's costing me my peace, my joy, my happiness, if it's costing me, then I'm got to go. Now, don't get me wrong. Every relationship experiences some turbulence at times, but it shouldn't cause me to lose me in the process. Some have compromised the love of self for the love of being with someone else by loving the person more than they. Ooh, Victoria, you said a lot. When you stop loving you to love somebody else, when you put you to the side, and that's what I was saying, when you begin to lose you in the process, you shouldn't lose you. You shouldn't lose you in the process. Even if you're married and I know you become one, you still two individuals. You still two people who like different things. And that shouldn't have to stop because, okay, you like to sit up all night and watch TV, knock yourself out. I'm going to bed. If you like to go, you're still individuals. Still individual. And Victoria, man, I wouldn't care if I'm gonna pin this. I need to pin this comment. I'm gonna figure out. Somebody gonna have to show me how to pin comments because I don't know. I've been trying. This girl said we're gonna compromise. Y'all look over my sister in the comments. Just look over. We're gonna compromise. All right. So now the next thing is that you're the only one making an effort. It can't be one-sided. It can't be one-sided. Now, when it comes to this, everybody's effort won't look the same. I may not be able to give what you give. It's like if you buy me a gift and you spend X amount of dollars on it, and I buy you a gift, and I may not be able to spend as much money as you spend on me. But the fact that I put forth an effort to get a gift, if that makes sense to you all. Compromise doesn't work sometimes. Yeah, Miss Jessica. As we stated earlier, compromise in any relationship, you're going to compromise. You're going to compromise some things, but you shouldn't have to compromise who you are. That's the problem. You shouldn't have to compromise who you are just to be on a job, just to have a friend, just to say you have somebody. You shouldn't compromise who you are. You should be able to be comfortable around this person to be you. Now, if you're not comfortable being you around somebody, then something ain't right. You have to be your authentic self. You have to be your authentic self. So you're the only one making an effort. Sometimes we can do too much too soon. And it can be costly. We can put too much effort in too soon. Now, I'm not saying don't put in the effort, because if anything that's going to grow, anything that's going to have value, you will have to put in some effort. But if it's one-sided, it's not going to work. I don't care what you do. If we are in a boat, a rowboat, and we both got the paddle, if I'm the only one rowing, we got a problem. We're not going to get anywhere if I'm rowing and you're not. So, or if I'm rowing in one direction and you're rowing in another direction, then it's not going to work. We both have to begin to row in the same direction. Same direction. Same direction. So that's effort. That's effort. If you're a person who cannot cook, and people don't even want you to turn the stove on because you cannot. That's just how bad it is. At least you can do is take the chicken out the freezer so it can be unthawed. That's effort. You can wash dishes. That's effort. That's effort. Hey, Miss Vaughn. That's effort. So we got to roll together. We're gonna roll together, because if we both in the boat and I'm doing all the rowing, I'm gonna push you out. I hope you can swim. And then it doesn't matter the ship. It doesn't matter what what kind of relationship it is. Friendship, romantic relationship. It doesn't matter what the ship is. We got to put in the same effort. It can't be one-sided. It can't be one-sided. You know what causes a ship to sink? It's when it's not the fact that the ship is in the water. It's designed to be in the water, but it's not designed for the water to be on the ship. So when things get in it, and I'm the only one, if we got water get on the boat, and I'm the only one trying to get the water out, baby, it's the Titanic. We're going down. We are going down. Or we're dealing with something. When you look at, y'all know I'm a word girl. Shouldn't be guilted into giving in. We're going to come back to that one. Y'all know I'm a word girl. So when you look at, when we first started Ship Talk, I talked about Jonah. Jonah is asleep on the boat, you all. These people are in the midst of the worst storm ever. This is the worst storm they've ever faced. And he's down there asleep. They are throwing all their stuff overboard to try to save the ship while he's down there asleep. Do y'all see, Princess? Do y'all see the problem that caused? I'm throwing all my stuff overboard trying to save something that we're both in, but you down here asleep. Jonah is asleep. Knocked out, resting, peaceful in the midst of all this storm, in the midst of this trouble. And he's down there resting. And they had to go wake him like, hey, what's going on with you? What you do? And you done throw all your stuff overboard, your peace, your joy, your happiness, who you are, what you stand for. You've thrown that all overboard. And that person is chilling. They sleep, they resting, and you are worrying and wondering and pacing the floor, scratching your head trying to figure out what to do to make this work. What to do? I'm gonna tell you what to do. Get off the ship. Get off the ship. Get off the ship. So to love overboard, and is loving a person is a good thing. To be loved and to give love, to reciprocate it, When it's reciprocated, it's good. But it has to come from both sides. It has to come from both sides. We can't, when you're doing too much, sometimes you got to pull back because you're doing too much. Because now I'm wondering, are you my friend because of what I do? Or are we friends for real? Do you like me because of what I do? Just for what I do, or do you like me for real? So when you go overboard, hey, best friend, when you go overboard, even if I can't match your giving or match your doing, but I'm putting in some effort. I'm putting in some effort. Hey, Miss Williams, I'm putting in some effort. So it can't be one-sided. Now, the next thing I want us to look at is that you constantly put your problems and your feelings to the side when I can't come to you and be vulnerable. I can't discuss what's going on with me. Because you don't want to worry them. Don't start anything you're not going to keep up. Exactly. Jonah intentionally took his baggage to the people on the boat. Like some people take their baggage from one relation to the next. Come on. Instead of releasing or freeing themselves before trying to move forward. Woo, Victoria. My God, today. Monique, make sure you tell Portia I said that. So, woo, that's heavy there. So listen, with that comment that Victoria just made, and we're talking about love overboard, then here's the problem, you all. Most women are fixers, and we take on and we treat things like they're little projects, and we put in all this effort, we put in all this energy, and we do all this work trying to fix somebody like it's Build-A-Bear. And what have we done? Made him ready for somebody else. Because when a person comes to you, and it doesn't matter. Listen, again, it doesn't matter the nature of the relationship, because this can be seen in friendships as well. People who have been wounded by other people, who they were friends to, and now y'all friends, and now you're paying for it, and you're putting in effort trying to comfort something or trying to heal something that you didn't even break. You're trying to fix something that you didn't even break. Overboard. You're going overboard. I'm not responsible for anybody healing but my own. Now I can direct you to the man who can heal all manner of things. Jesus. I can do that. I can pray for you. But what I'm not going to do, what we're not going to do, I'm not going to pay the cost for what somebody else did. Jesus did that already. He did that. He did that already. When a person show you who they are, believe them. Yep, believe them. Believe them. Believe them. Believe them. So now what do we do? And so I just gave you some signs of if you're going overboard in relationships, when you're doing too much, when you're just doing way too much. Now, how do we fix this? Because remember, this is Wellness Wednesday. We're going to be well. You got to ask yourself a question. Why am I doing this? What's in me? What is going on in me that makes me want to do this? to always go overboard? Is it that I got this neediness, or what is going on the inside? And that's the first thing you got to look. What is going on in me? That in every situation or in every ship that I get on, I'm always trying to do way more than I should. So what's going on with me? Am I trying to fill a void on the inside? Do I not know who I am? Do I not know my worth? You giving 150% and they're giving 50. Can you try to fix it or let it go? Here's the thing, Jessica. You said, can you try to fix it or let it go? Is it a one-sided thing? Because listen, if you doing all the work and the other person not interested in getting fixed or fixing whatever it is, the relationship, then at the end of the day, what happens to you? Because clearly they are right with how things are. Some relationships wasn't supposed to be relationships in the first place. Sometimes we're meant to be just a friend to them by planting the seed, and someone is supposed to water it and help it grow, but we get too invested and want to do it all, which causes things to get bad or toxic. So it ends in like, oh, Victoria is on fire tonight. My God. Who? Okay, okay, Victoria. My goodness. My goodness. So, so, oh, she kind of left me speechless. So, what do you do? What do you do? Because clearly there's a part in you that need healing. There's a part of us that need healing when we're always trying to over compromise, or you do it because you're afraid of losing somebody. Now listen, you can do all that stuff. You can swing from the chandelier if you like to. That's not gonna keep anybody. You can give them everything you have. That's not gonna make anybody stay. That's not gonna because they'll jump ship. That's not gonna make anybody stay because people are gonna go. If they want to go, they're gonna go, and you have to be okay with that. But at some point, you got to pull back and ask yourself a question: why am I doing this? Why do I feel like this is okay? Or why do I keep choosing people that need me? Or why do I keep choosing people who are broken and I want to fix them? You can't fix nobody. You can encourage, you can uplift, you can inspire, but you cannot fix a person who first do not know that they're broken, and two, who don't want to be fixed, and who are okay with where they are and what they're doing. So what do? You got to look within, because this is an inner problem. This is an inner thing. Want someone like yourself. Want someone like yourself. Well, here's the thing. If you're going to, when it comes to in relationships, romantic relationship, date somebody who has just as much to lose as you do. You're right, because you can give them your all and some and they still leave, but you got to think about what you deserve and your worth. That's it, Kim, when you know your worth. Because when it's right, it won't be one-sided. When it's right, you won't have to. When you know who you are, you won't be willing to compromise your peace to be in any kind of relationship. You won't compromise your peace just to be on a job. You're not going to compromise your self-worth just to say you're my friend. Hurt people look for hurting people. Victoria said, we tend to think I did this and I did that, and you don't want no one else to benefit from what you helped to do. With that mentality, it's about you, not them, which is selfish. Selfishness don't work in relationship. Nope. Selfishness does not work in any relationship. It does not work. It does not work at all. It doesn't work. So now, I'm going to ask the question again. Why do we do this? Because if we're honest, and I'm going to be honest and I'll be transparent, I've been there before in a relationship where I loved overboard. I gave overboard. I did everything and I lost me in the process. I lost me in the process. Or had a friendship where I always compromised who I was and what I was doing just so they wouldn't be mad. Whatever. Just so they wouldn't be mad. And all the while I'm mad on the inside. Miserable. In the relationship. And it was one-sided. And I knew it was one-sided. So even when I saw that it was one-sided, I started giving more and giving more. Whoa. Until I gave out. Wanted to be wanted someone to love us, but we have to love us. That's it. That's it, princess. When you want to be wanted. And here's the thing, you can do all that and they still not want you, but just want what you have. And when you have nothing else to give, they going on. They done jump ship. They done jump onto somebody else's ship. And you left dealing with the broken pieces. So what is too much? I didn't want to be alone. Then didn't want to go through the healing process, but was hurting anyway. Get you somebody that wants to see you do better and be better, even if you are at your best. Come on, Kim. That's in any ship, even in friendships. You should have friends who want to see you do better, even when you're at your best. You feel like you're at your best and say, okay, but there's more. There's more. There's more. And if you're dating, there's somebody, they say, hey, I see you too educated to be just settling for this or whatever. You're too smart to be just settling for this, that, and the other. Somebody that's going to push you and encourage you and not jealous of you. And they won't be jealous. They won't be jealous. And you don't have to go overboard. You don't have to do things, go to the extreme. And I think another thing, the reason we go overboard, because we're trying to prove to people that we are a good person, or we're kind-hearted, and we're all those things. Time in time, it'll be revealed. You don't have to do all that excess stuff. Now, if that's something you want to do, that's your business. I can't tell you what to do. But at the end of the day, you got to do some soul searching, some heart searching, and say, why am I doing this? And Victorian Princess and Kim had some good comments, and my mama. And it said, wanted to be wanted. Yeah. Love on yourself. Love on yourself. Know who you are. And know that you have value and you have worth. And for the right people and for the right person, you won't have to compromise who you are just to be with them. You won't have to water yourself down just to be in their circle. No, ma'am, no, sir. Because then you have to realize, look, you're going to have to be able to take me straight. I don't come with a chaser. And if they can't handle you at full proof, then you don't need them anyway. Okay? Okay. So, we're going to get ready to end it. Next Sunday, hopefully, or Monday, I'll be posting our topic for the month of May. And I'm excited about what Wellness Wednesday is going to do and how it's going to have an impact on people's lives. My mom said, want to know if whatever ship you're in is true and good. Ask the question that you know the answer is not what you want to hear, but you need to hear. See if the other person will tell you the truth of what you want to hear. You want to know. You also want to know what you can do. Get before God. He knows all and sees all, and you pray about that thing before you get too invested. Before you, I don't care if it's a job. I don't care if it's a friendship. I don't care if it's an organization. I don't care what is. Oh, Victoria, bad company corrupts good character. Now you were nice in the beginning. Now you just acting silly like the rest of them. Do you see that? It's true in our relationship, any kind, marriage, relationship, friendships, or work related as well. When you see or realize that you're losing you, get out. No matter how much it hurts you more by downplaying who you are. Not only does it hurt more, it damages you. It damages you. So can y'all do me a favor? We are on YouTube. Can y'all go and look up Mayana Morris? Thank you, Princess. Mayana Morris, Wellness Wednesday. And can y'all subscribe to Wellness Wednesday? I had to put in my name, Mayana Morris. Thank you, Princess. Congratulations on 2 whole months of Wellness. You I'm learning to celebrate every milestone, every small step towards the goal. I'm learning to celebrate, and we've been doing this for 2 months. And I must say, I never thought that I would ever get on here and do a live or start something, but it was just impressed upon my heart to do so, and I could no longer say no. I had to get into it and do it. And I pray that as it continues to grow, that we'll have more content and more people coming on to help encourage, inspire, and uplift. And I always want to get people that's going to do those things, not people just that's going to come on here and just run their mouth, but to definitely that's going to help us. Thank you. I'm so glad, Jessica. Thank you so much. So listen, I want y'all to start telling your guy friends, your male, I said male people, all your guy friends, that in June, for the entire month of June, I am dedicating the entire month. All the Wellness Wednesdays for the entire month of June will be dedicated to the men. Will be dedicated to the men. Do y'all hear me? Because the men need encouraging too. So the entire month will be dedicated to the men. And I don't want them to think that Wellness Wednesday is just for women, because there's going to be something that said that everybody can benefit from. So for the month of June, thank you, Victoria. For the month of June, it's dedicated to the men. So tell them, come on and subscribe to our YouTube page or follow us on Facebook. So it'll be all about them. And I'm gonna go on and tell y'all what, or maybe I'll save it for later. I got some amazing people. That's some amazing guys. I think they're awesome. That's coming online to encourage. Because yes, our kings need to be affirmed. Well, since Delisa said that, our theme for June is "I Crown You King." And so the men need to be back in their rightful places because we need them to be leaders and priests in the homes. And then, and so they need to be encouraged and let them know, hey, I know that the world has turned their back on you, but we are here. We are here. And we're going to put your crown back on your head so you can get back in your place. I crown you king. So you all go on and start telling, if y'all don't mind, start telling the men, hey, June, June is May gonna come in here and go so fast. The June will be here. So I really got some good speakers lined up um, for the month of June to encourage and to uplift and to inspire the men. And next month, we're going to be doing some exciting things. I know Mother's Day is coming up, and you guys, I'm going to tell y'all who one of my special guests is going to be for the month of May. It's going to be my mom. We're going to do, since Mother's Day is in May, she and I are going to do um, a live together. Y'all pray for me in advance. I'm just playing, Mom. I'm serious, y'all. So we're going to do that for the Wednesday before Mother's Day. Thanks for encouraging words. Oh, thank you, Sheila. Y'all stay tuned. So, you guys, this has been Wellness Wednesday with Mariana. I hope something has been said. And just to remind you all, in any relationship, there will be compromise. You will compromise some things, but you do not have to compromise who you are. You do not have to compromise your belief, your faith, and your standards, and you do not have to compromise your barriers just to be a part of anybody's life. I don't care what the ship is. You know, when it gets to that point where you're compromising those things, then you got to reassess this relationship. When you're always doing and always giving and it's not reciprocated, that is a problem. That is a problem. And you got to step back and say, why am I putting up with this? It's not worth it. So I do love you guys. And I thank you for taking time out of your evening for tuning in to Wellness Wednesday. So let me say a quick prayer for you, okay? Can I do that? Thank you. Father God, in the name of Jesus, we thank you, oh God, that we don't have to compromise. We thank you that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. We are of a royal priesthood. We have value and we have worth, oh God. Remind your people that's on here tonight and those who may come back and watch that they don't have to compromise because what you have for them is for them. Who you have for them is for them, and no compromise will be needed. Not in the sense of compromising who they are. So God, I ask that you bless them and keep them, that you overshadow them and continue to lead and guide them, oh God. Love upon them and love through them. Heal them everywhere it hurts. Make them whole, make them well. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. You guys have a good night. See you next Wednesday. Love you all. Good night.